What a performance Arsenal had against Real Madrid. They dominated the entire match with beautiful build-up play, along with attacking and decisive football, putting up 3 goals against Madrid. And Declan Rice, what a match he had. 2 picture-perfect free kicks, along with a brilliant display in midfield, might have earned him the best performance of his career so far. In this video, we will analyse how he played in this match, his importance in Arsenal's domination, and magnificent display. This match had Lewis Skelly invert in build-up frequently. This meant there was often space on the left for Rice to drop into, which he did. This was effective for a couple of reasons. By dropping in, he maintained the width for Arsenal, which helped them make the field bigger and have more comfortable possession. Also, it allows for him to receive the ball, because by Lewis Skelly inverting, Rodrigo will have to choose to either follow him to the centre or not, and if he does follow him, then Rice has space to receive in the left. If Rodrigo doesn't follow and instead stays wide, then Skelly will be open. Modric and Camavinga are very deep on Merino, so this numerical superiority that Rice creates by dropping in at left-back allowed Arsenal to possess well, with multiple options. Here we can see a very intelligent attacking movement by Rice. As the winger receives the ball, he runs forward to get on the blind side of Camavinga. He does this because he knows that by being on the blind side, it's more difficult to mark as Camavinga can't see him. This allows him to make a run, and Camavinga doesn't track it well because he is focused on the man on the ball and forgot about Rice. Then Rice is able to get himself in a dangerous position to cross. It's these little movements that can create opportunities around the box. Through this match, Rice's driving with the ball helped Arsenal create attacks. However, he chose the right moments, which shows his understanding. If we look at the match when he received the ball here, Arsenal already had established possession and made a couple of passes. Usually when a midfielder receives the ball near the sideline and has had possession for a short time, it's better to not drive, as there is a higher chance of losing the ball. He himself right before this had received in a similar spot and played it backwards. However, Arsenal already had possession, so he knows it's a good time to speed up the tempo and drive to create. This is exactly what Rice does here. He gets the ball, drives in, draws Rodrigo, then continues his run even though he likely won't get the ball back to create space for the winger. We can see how much he advanced the ball and how much space he's given his winger to cut him by doing this. In this play, Rice once again drives and plays it to the winger, but this time he does brilliant movement in the box to almost score. He arrives at the box with speed, showing willingness to score a goal and attack, but then slows down once he reaches. He slows down as he knows the cross won't be coming, as his teammate is 1 versus 1, but notice how right after he beats him, he makes a little sprint to the front post. This change of pace from slow to fast allows him to get space in a dangerous position, and it's just blocked by the Real Madrid defender, or else Rice would have had a dangerous shot on target. In this play we can see Rice's defensive intelligence. While defending in transition, he finds himself in a right-back spot, but notice he doesn't just suddenly switch. The first thing is he communicates with Timber to make sure he knows to watch the Madrid player, who is wide. Also, he rotates at the right time. Notice how, when Valverde had the ball, he almost stopped and didn't rotate. This is because since he's on the ball, if he rotated and the Madrid player called for the ball wide, then Valverde would have a dangerous option to pass to. So instead, Rice rotates while the ball is moving, when Valverde passes it out wide, so now there is no risk of a breakdown while rotating, and he and his teammates are in position. Staying in between the lines has many benefits as a midfielder. One of them is shown in this play as Merino checks in. By staying in between the lines, if a centre-back follows your striker when he checks in, this means there will be space to exploit in the backline. Here Merino draws the Madrid centre-back out, and this allows Rice to run into the space as he's already in a good position and can knock the ball down and advance his team past the lines. In this play we can see Declan Rice's IQ while attacking. As we can see, Lewis Skelly is now high in Rice's spot, so Declan is in his spot and does a rotation. However, as the play develops, notice how he constantly scans. He is basing his position on Lewis Skelly's position and constantly looking to see where he is, so he knows where to move. He doesn't want to be in the same space or angle as him, as that would mean poor positioning in the midfield. In this case, he scans and sees Skelly dropping deeper, so he starts moving high again. This maintains the positional balance of Arsenal and helps them be in the right positions in case they lose the ball to defend. For example, if Rice and Lewis Skelly were both high up, then there would be a huge space in front of their centre-backs that Madrid could attack through on the counter, but now that threat is reduced. A way Rice was able to get space in wide positions in attacking areas was by moving proactively. For example, in this play, Timber has the ball on the right, but Rice already starts moving into the space on the blind side of Rodrigo. He anticipates the ball being switched and hopes that moving early will lead to space for him to receive. This is what happens because Rodrigo doesn't see Rice and notices the ball's on the other side, and by the time he does, Rice has already created separation. Then, when he receives the ball, he still keeps his body open to the field and backpedals to receive. Many young players receive this ball with their body facing the sideline, and this limits the options and amount of the pitch you can see, which allows for you to be pressed easily. By orienting his body, he now can see the defenders and his teammates easily. Here, as the ball goes out wide, Rice finds himself in some space in the box. The cross comes in, but notice how he is not very close to the goal for a header. He knows that with this distance, a header in the air would likely be easier to save, as he's farther away. Instead, he heads it into the ground. This is very intelligent because the grass is usually wet and slick in matches, so by heading it into the ground, the ball may pick up speed as it bounces and skids and can make it difficult to save, which is the case here as Courtois is at full stretch to save the header. On this play, we can see an exceptional change in tempo from Rice, which helps him break the lines. He has space moves into it, and then slows down a bit. Then he suddenly picks up speed again, and cuts inside. The Madrid defence is all standing still, and isn't able to react to the change in tempo. This allows Rice's teammate to move, and find space in the pockets, and he is able to zip in a pass, breaking the lines. By slowing down for a second, he makes Madrid less focused, and then speeds it up again, and catches them slacking in between the lines, and puts his team in a good position. It's certain that Rice has received the headlines for his 2 astonishing free kicks, but his game as a whole was incredible. From his driving and movement to his decisions, everything was top class. Thank you for watching this video. Please make sure to subscribe and like for more videos, as it helps the channel a lot. Be sure to comment down your thoughts on this match and predictions for the second leg. Also, be sure to drop more suggestions for videos.